Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss uh, general task 1 formal letters. Uh, Basically, we divide our letters into two, that's formal letters and informal letters. Uh, and we do have semi formal letters in between. Today, we go particularly towards this formal letter. So, what exactly is a formal letter? To whom we should write a formal letter? Formal letters are letters which we write to strangers, uh, anyone whom you don't know. Say, for example, you're writing to an air company manager or a bookstore manager, the supermarket head, uh, whoever the person, you don't know the person. When the person is a stranger to you, usually we go with this type of letter, formal letter. But some people may ask, okay, so what if I write to the principal of the college? What if I write to my employer? Of course, it's also formal letter. Okay, when we need some formality to write, we need we need to say that's formal letter. So when you are writing to a stranger and when you are writing to a person uh, who needs some formality, then we write formal letters. Okay. So we're talking about the persons whom you write the letters. Now let's go in detail how we organize this letter. How can we format this letter? What are the necessary components of this letter? We do have a salutation at first. That's dear sir or dear madam. It won't be anything. So you have to start the letter dear sir or dear madam. Next, the purpose. In the purpose paragraph, you have to say who you are and why are you writing the letter. Who you are and why are you writing the letter? Is it if whether it's a formal letter, whether it's a semi-formal letter, we need to go ahead with this two things: who you are and why you are writing this letter. So many people, many candidates, they write their name, their identity there. Okay, I am Matthew Jansen, um, and I'm writing this letter to. Anyway, it's like a repetition. Anyway, you are going to write your name at the end. If your name is Matthew, just write at the end you be writing your name. So no need to repeat it here. So what we do is that I am a customer of yours who visit your shop regularly. Mm, I am writing this letter to let you know something. This is what the format is. Okay, so instead of saying directly your name, you can say I'm a customer. If you are a reader of a newspaper, you can say, I am a regular reader of your newspaper. I'm a local resident of Coxtown, and I'm writing this letter to express my concern about a construction which you are planning in my locality. So this is what you have to say who you are and why are you writing the letter. Yes. When we have written a clear-cut purpose paragraph, a clear-cut introduction, our next target is to move ahead in detail what exactly the question says. Okay, we may have sub questions. Write a letter to the manager. In your letter, you should say number 1, number 2, number 3. So please address point number 1 in the first paragraph, point number 2 in the second paragraph, and point number 3 in the third paragraph. That's an ideal format, I'm telling. And if it is, if you want, you can make it 2 paragraphs, but 2 equal paragraphs. Formal letters should always have some order in the paragraph. No, you cannot be free as you write an informal letter. Informal letter, you can be free. You can add any sentence, you can subtract any sentence, you can ask a question directly, you can use inverted commas, you can use quotations. But we do have a lot of limitations in a formal letter. We're not supposed to do that. We have to keep our formality from the beginning till the end. So what exactly is this formality meant for? So if you're writing a paragraph should contain a summary which is very closely related to the point, the question number 1. The question number 1 should be completely answered in the first paragraph, and it should be connected to the second paragraph. The second paragraph is the answer of the second bullet question. So before we go that, we need to make sure that the first paragraph is connected to the second paragraph. That's called cohesion and coherence. So first one is the task response. That's task analysis. You know that whether you have analyzed the task or not here in task 1 general. Now, when you have completed the second paragraph, you address all these things. You make sure that it is almost similar in size of the first paragraph. And then we move on to the third paragraph. Try to write it a little bit because it is the last paragraph. You may not have that much point to add there. Naturally, the third paragraph will be they'll be asking some suggestion. 1 or 2 sentences is enough there. So I am not recommending that you have to write all the three paragraph in the same size and the same vocabulary number or something like that. You can write the third paragraph in 2 sentences. And the maximum 3 sentences. You make sure that you trim your content to the minimum. I think you can write an ideal word count here is 150 to 170. So that makes the formality there. So students may ask me, what if I do write 175 words or 180 words or 190, 195 words? No issues there. You don't have any problem. And what if I write 145 words? I would say no issues, as far as you have completed this task. Okay, then what if I write 130 words? Yeah, problem is there definitely. If it is 130, then definitely your letter is under length. You cannot write a letter complete, a formal letter complete within 130 words. So naturally your letter will be lacking something. So your letter is incomplete there. So the word count is something. Okay, whether it is 145 words, it's adjusted. 142 words, it's adjusted. 195 words, it's adjusted. No issues. But it should not be under length. 130 or 125 is not an ideal word count for writing a task 1, especially formal letter. You need to an ideal word count is 150 to 170. So please make sure that you are writing regularly. When you're practicing, practice regularly like that. Okay, and at last you are not going to write yours sincerely after the closing frame. You're writing yours faithfully. Okay, so before writing yours faithfully, you should have to close the letter. Remember to close your letter with appropriate stock phrases. Thank you.